Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Welcome back to another exciting episode on the Smart Edu platform. We are so excited to be here back, looking at Third 6 Social Studies, an interesting topic known as beef farming. Now, as we look at beef farming, I would like us to look at beef farming in Kenya and Tanzania. As we start, we need to look at beef farming. Now, beef farming, this is the rearing of cows or cattle for meat, okay? So basically, beef farming, when we talk about beef farming, this is the rearing of cattle for meat, okay? So dairy farming is the opposite of beef farming is dairy farming, whereby dairy farming is rearing of cattle for milk. So when we keep cattle mostly for meat, that is what we call beef farming, okay? Now, this is the keeping of large numbers of animals or cattle for meat in large farms known as ranches. So ranches, these are big farms, whereby these cattle are reared in big tracts of land known as ranches. The ranches are subdivided in what we call paddocks. So paddocks are subdivision. This is a subdivision of ranches. So this is where the cattle are subdivided. The paddocks is a subdivision of the ranches, whereby we have this. We will take this as a ranch. Now this is a ranch. We have, like, for example, you hear ranches in such as Moiga Ranch. We have various ranches that we have for rearing of the cows. Now they are now subdivided into sections. Now this is what we call a paddock. This is another paddock. Okay, this is another paddock. So these subdivisions now, these are now what we call paddocks. So when you rear animals, so the whole of this is known as a ranch, by first, and then there's later subdivided to what we call paddocks. So as we continue, is that it is carried out in areas that receive low rainfall. Okay, when the rainfall is so small, you find the rearing of these animals, of these cattle. This is how they go about it, and low population density. So these animals that are kept, we have what we call as the Borana, we have the Aberdeen Angus, we have the Hereford, we have the Zebu, and we have the Charolais. Okay, so the types or the breeds that we have. One, they're good for meat. We have one known as the Zebu. Number two, we have what is known as the Borana. So they normally do well in areas that are dry or semi-desert, okay? And they normally have what we call a hump, okay? That's why they are able to store fatty content, yeah? So number three, we have what I said is known as the Charolais. And four, we have what is known as the Aberdeen Angus. And now five, we have what is known as the Hereford. So we have these types, the five types of breed that are kept. We have the Borana, the Aberdeen Angus, we have the Hereford, we have the Zebu, and we have the Charolais. Now, in order to improve the quality of meat, in order to improve quality, there are various functions that are indicated to improve the quality of our meat which is undertaken. So number one, we have what we call crossbreeding. So crossbreeding is carried out to improve the product of meat that is being produced. So when you crossbreed, probably crossbreed a zebu and a hereford, we expect that more meat is able to, number two, a hereford is able to grow fat, a zebu is able to withstand very harsh conditions. So when you crossbreed, it's able to give a cow that is able to withstand very dry climate and is able to produce enough meat. So crossbreeding is very, very important. Number two is that veterinary services are provided. We have the veterinary services. So veterinary services are provided that will be able and enhance effective looking after these animals. So the veterinary services are affordable, whereby that you are able to treat these kind of animals. They suffer from such disease such as the foot and mouth disease. We have nangana, or the sleeping nangana disease, which is affects them. So such kind of, when you have a veterinary available, you'll be able to treat all those diseases. Another one, we have boreholes and wells. Boreholes and wells in dry areas. Boreholes and wells. Since you know a lot of water is required for these animals, they require a lot of water and good water for them as they feed. So animals, when the pasture is not enough, it's fed with what we know as fodder. Okay, if animals' food is not enough, it's fed with what is known as fodder. Fodder. There are some foods or feeds that are bought for these animals so as to help them as they feed, which is very important and essential for the animals. So it's very important as we look after these animals for their well-being. Now, we look at bee farming. Let us look at bee farming in Kenya. We have bee farming in Kenya. Let us look at bee farming in Kenya. Bee farming in Kenya. Bee farming in Kenya. So major bee farming include in areas. Bee farming areas, we have Machakos, we have Laikipia, we have Nyeri, we have Meru, we have Thika, and also we have Kajiado. So these are the main areas that we have the bee farming. So areas that we have Kajiado, such as in Kajiado County, we have Nyeri, we have Thika, okay, we have Meru, we have Laikipia areas, okay. So these are the kind of areas that we have in terms of keeping of these animals. And also we have Machakos area, okay. So these are the areas mostly that are take the bee farming. We have what we call KMC, which is the Kenya Meat Commission, whereby they take their meat sold, they sell their meat, is slaughtered. So meat is taken to the Kenya Meat Commission, whereby it's slaughtered there, and as they are slaughtered, people are able to distribute the meat to the various places. We also have beef areas in Tanzania. So beef areas in Tanzania. So we have areas in Tanzania, such as we have Kongwa and Mpwapwa. We have Kongwa and Mpwapwa. So we have Kongwa and Mpwapwa. We have Kongwa and Mpwapwa areas, whereby this beef farming is practiced. Now, we have meat is mainly exported to Kenya, Zambia, and Saudi Arabia. So meat is mainly transported or exported to Kenya, Zambia, and Saudi Arabia. So we look at the contribution of beef farming to the economy. Beef farming to the economy. How has beef farming contributed to the economy? Contribution to economy. So how has beef farming contributed to the economy? One, its number one contribution is that it's a source of income. So number one, we see that it is a source of income. So the farmers who are rearing these animals, they're able to get some income. Another one, it's a source of food. So there are people, the Maasais love eating meat. So they could eat meat from Monday to Sunday. So it's a kind of livelihood they eat. Huh? They love meat. So it's a source of food to actually many people. Another one, it's able to create employment. Now, it's be able to create employment both to the Kenya Meat KMC. They're able to employ people to undertake the slaughtering of the cows. We also have employment to the people taking the livestock, care of the livestock. So it's able to create a lot of employment to a lot of people. Number four that we have is that it earns foreign exchange when exported. So it's able to earn foreign exchange while it's exported. So while exporting it, it's able to bring income. Last, we will look at problems facing beef farming. So what are the problems that are facing beef farming? What are the problems? What are the things that are being faced by beef farming? So number one, we have prolonged drought, which is the main problem. Drought, which is the main problem. So when there's no water in your country, drought, when faced with drought, these animals tend to die. So another one is inadequate slaughterhouse. So inadequate slaughterhouse. So we don't lack of enough slaughterhouses, whereby if they added more in our country, people could take more of them and they could be slaughtered. Another one, there are pests and diseases. I talked about pests and diseases, and I talked about diseases such as the foot and mouth disease that is found mostly in the cows. Another one is overstocking that leads to depletion of soil. So overstocking that leads to the depletion of the soil. So a lot of soil erosion is carried out, is enhanced as all the animals are overstocked. Thank you so much for your time. Have a blessed day.